The King's Milkmaid, Medieval Haku, Hedden Knights, Book 2. Written by Chera Zade, Hedden Press, Kinky Press. Narrated by Micheal O'Shea. Myra, bound tight in her dress, stood straight and proper for the king. The other girls around her waited the same. Myra flinched as she gazed at all of the gorgeous, busty women. In her eyes, she paled in comparison. Not only were they gorgeous, but they were far more poised. Myra could keep herself still for only a moment. They stared straight ahead, following the thick crimson carpet, not deterred by any of the fabulous stone architecture, the high ceilings with the massive chandeliers, or the shining knights in their armor that guarded the way. They focused solely on the empty entranceway from which King Alric would appear. She tried to remain straight, knowing how important this meeting would be. But she kept fidgeting, and her breath was already harsh and shallow, her pulse quickening, her thighs rubbing as she waited impatiently. King Alric had saved the kingdom, had saved her family, had saved her. 2 years ago, 4 years into his reign, he allowed all refugees from the surrounding villages to live beyond the castle walls. The fortifications and the many opportunities inside had kept Myra and her family safe from the rebellion spawned due to the prior king's horrible administration. She should be excited, and she was, but she was afraid as well. There were troubling rumors about why King Alric would call for pretty girls. Some of the rumors seemed absurd, so Myra shoved them to the back of her mind. But they couldn't help but fester there. Why else would he want a gathering of young, beautiful women other than to fuck them? She pursed her lips. Her brow began to sweat. Myra kept her back straight, but naturally it fell. Ever since coming to the city, she seemed to grow in size. She was far curvier and more pronounced in her bust. Her breasts were full and even had begun to leak strange liquid at times. Myra had touched a thumb drop to her lips the first time it happened. To her surprise, it tasted lovely. Thinking that was a crazy thought, she never tasted it again. She figured it was just a growth spurt, but as her eyes cautiously gazed upon the women before her, fear snaked its way up her again. They were all curvy, and they all had the biggest breasts Myra had ever seen. Talking with one of her friends, she said that it was because of what they served.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?